Hello everybody, it is Christine. I'm still working on my Let's Have Leftovers series here, so I may only have one or two left actually, which is kind of cool. I've made, I don't know, a handful of videos here, but I mean, I'll have more later at some point, so no worries. But so what I've got is, oh shoot, I had the piece of paper that, oh, here it is. Carta Bella on the Farm. It was April's 2025, and all I have left of this, well, I have actually several pieces of the little ephemeras and stuff. You Are My Sunshine, Farm Life. It's a little, this chicken thing's too cute, y'all. And I'm debating on using this one because I have chickens, so I may want to save this little one piece. But that's the little bits I have. And then I just have these, I do have a piece of cardstock. And then I have these two pieces of paper. So what I'm kind of imagining, I love this floral. I'm thinking I'm going to do, I had these two photos of my daughter. She was actually watering our orchard. And I think it's neat because she's got little farm boots on. Now, she's not wearing like overalls or anything, like farmer type stuff. But I thought, okay, this is like a farm type deal. So I may put it on this cream colored cardstock because of the florals and stuff on here that kind of matches. But I'm thinking what I may do is like center this up and do like layers. I may cut various different layers and kind of offset them. Sarah Davies does stuff like that. And I really kind of enjoy that technique sometimes when you're down to like scraps. So I also pulled out this stencil, and then I got 3 Distress Oxides because they kind of go with the floral. I've already tested the back side here. You can kind of see this one's not going to be the one. It'll be those 3. So I think that's going to be pretty. So I'll probably use the stencil and then also kind of splatter or something like that. And then there's also enamel dots, so I may fit those in there. So let me do this. Let me mount my photo. And then I'll probably start recording when I'm trying to figure out layers. You know what I mean? It's going to be like, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it just yet. I may have like a thing and then, because I have like these. I'm not as fond of this. I could cut it like this and then have these little guys be a layer. So yeah, let me do my photo matting. I'll probably then do this thing here and kind of make it in the middle. And then I'll start messing with the layers, I guess. And I have this little doily too, so I may mess with that as well. Okay, let me do some stuff, and I'll be back on in a second. This turned out actually pretty darn cute. I'm really proud of my mixed media. So I start off with my little stencil here. I turn it sideways, and I do the lighter green. And I'm not real, like, I don't do the whole stencil. You know, I just kind of do part of it and kind of be a little bit, I don't know, just random in a way. Not exactly, but kind of. You know, I'm not doing the whole thing. But I do that on the bottom, and then I turn it, and I do the upper. And I've kind of left that centerpiece open because I know the photos and the other paper strips and stuff like that will go there. So, oh, I guess I don't even flip this stencil. I think I just push it up. So I'm going to do the light green first, and then I come in with the darker green. And sorry, it's a little bit small on my screen, and I've done put the inks away. You probably saw them, at least I hope. I think I told you in the intro. I haven't really listened to it again. But I did that, and I'm like, okay. I like that, but of course at the same time I'm thinking it's a little bit straight or whatever. So I look at it and I decide to flip it this direction. And I go, okay, there's kind of a curve there. So I'm going to come around this direction with a little bit darker green. And I think this looks kind of cool. I'm actually really happy with this. It makes it almost a full, like, half circle. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I don't know if that's how that stencil's meant to be used. I haven't a clue. It is a little strange that the stencil doesn't have a full circle, but I like it. So then with the red, I'm going to decide to come in and kind of just do a little bit of random circle bits. I don't do like a whole section. I just do like a little tiny, 3 dots or whatever. And I move that around, and I do it on the bottom as well. And then I think I pick another little pattern and do it again. And I'm honestly, I was really, like I said, sometimes I don't know if my mixed media goes that well, but this one I was actually kind of pleased. I go, okay, this looks kind of neat. I mean, I'm not unhappy with this at all. And then in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and get out a piece of plastic, and I'm actually going to do some sprinkles. I think I decide that maybe about right now. So I'm going to pull out my little piece of plastic here, and I'm just going to mash the ink down there, and I'll squirt a little water, and I'll grab me a quick paintbrush and just do some sprinkles. And I did it with the red because I had just done little accent bits inside the green, so I thought it would be neat to just sprinkle the red about. And it doesn't take long to dry either because this is, of course, Distress Oxide, and I didn't do a ton of, overly spray or whatever. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I did kind of get some on my desk. I'm sorry. I have a glass mat, but I don't know. I don't pull it out often. if I'm going to do a whole bunch of mixed media, I will, but I like this white background for my layouts for the lighting. That's really my issue. Okay, so I think I had a call or something. I don't know why I had to turn the camera off. So here's now where I'm going to start building the layers. And so I first cut that strange little L or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I like this floral. I don't want it so tall though, because it's going to cover up too much of my mixed media, but I'm kind of messing with these other two papers. Or the other paper here. I'm like, okay, how do I want this to look? And I decide I'm going to make like a little, almost like a shelf or something here. So I'm going to make this little bit here. It's a little bit wider than the floral, so that works. And then I decide I want to go ahead and tear it. So I'm going to tear the floral top and bottom, and I'll make it just a little bit narrower. What's funny is I'm going to end up cutting it in a minute because I make it a little too narrow, but it's okay. And then I decide to scuff a few edges of the other papers that I'm not tearing, just to give it a little bit of roughness. And then I'm going to I'll put a couple more layers, and you'll kind of watch me build those layers in just a second. I just basically built like this horizontal shelf / band across the page, and I was really happy with it. So while I'm kind of doing that and you're watching, I'll just kind of tell you a little bit more about the photo. So I think I told you guys, this is my daughter. She's actually had just been watering, we're calling it our orchard. So in the spring here, we had I actually did a layout on the tree. I think I did a layout about this, but we bought some fruit trees, and we've planted, I think it's seven fruit trees. I think it was like 6 fruit trees and then a blackberry bush or something. And so the thing is, it's very hot down here, you guys. I'm in Texas. It's very hot. It's muggy. Right now we're getting a lot of rain, but generally speaking, every day we don't get it. So it's like, okay, we have to water these things every single day. Like they'll dry out. They'll die, so we go out there, and it's not a lot. It's just, we take the water hose out there and just kind of, give them a little drink. We did actually come across a few weeks back, mole had gotten next to 2 of the trees. Now we've not seen them since, thankfully, but it was like, oh my God, it dug a big old hole. We're like, oh my goodness. The neighbor said if we have it again, to drop some, oh gosh, what's that called? Mothballs down in there. So if y'all have a different tip, let me know. And luckily we haven't, knock on wood, haven't seen it yet. So hopefully we won't. Now this piece right here, I had actually got a little torn corner out of it. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I was looking at it, and I thought, you know what? Sometimes mirroring it makes it look on purpose. So I went ahead and tore the other corner. So now it looks like it's kind of on purpose. And then my little doily here, I thought, I'm going to put that up there. Because I'm going to put a piece of ephemera on top of that doily in a minute. And then this little like hog heaven frame thing is going to go down there, and I'm just kind of, again, balancing out the stuff. This is where I realized my floral wasn't tall enough and I needed to do something. I decided, I needed to scuff my little car paper here, or truck, I guess I should say. I'm kind of sad because that did get kind of covered up a little bit. But we don't have a farm truck or anything at this point, so it would be really hard to find a way to make that make sense on any other kind of layout. So it's fine. It's really cute, but not yet. No farm truck just yet. We got to get one. Honestly, we do need to get one, but not quite time. So I'm going to build this across the middle here, and then I'm going to actually kind of start building the photo block. Oh, I did the photo block. I started gluing that together already. This is where I kind of go, okay, I got to split my floral. And see what I mean about the colors, my little ink colors? I was really proud of my choices there. So I'm kind of refitting this all back together. I guess I'm layering all these things. Let's see. And then I'm going to end up, I think this is where I start messing with, okay, what do I want to put down there? That You Are My Sunshine, I like that a lot. I used to say it to my daughter all the time when she was small, especially. I have this thing about We're Together is Better or something. I just couldn't figure out a way for that to really work and not really look stupid with another piece of wordy bit right next to it. So the only other place I could have done that I didn't do would maybe be the upper right corner, but I decided against it because I had the whole design was all kind of around the middle there, and I kind of liked it the way it was. I did put foam up underneath the little Farm Life is Hog Heaven and the You Are My Sunshine, little pieces of foam there. That's going to go up on top of those things. And then the next thing I do is my little enamel dots here, and I'm only going to use 6 because I don't really have 3 embellishment clusters, so I just do 2 sets. They're kind of down near the little Hog Heaven thing, and then I'll put some up near the Sunshine thing. Takes me just a second. I will actually add some journaling as well. I'm going to write it on pieces of the little cream colored cardstock that I mounted the photos on. And I just basically write, we had to water the trees every day, and that was typically something that Brooke did. She just kind of liked to do it. So that is our layout, you guys. That was my leftovers. I really had barely nothing left. I had one piece of little red plaid paper and 1 or 2 pieces of ephemera, and that was it. So I'm really proud I used that entire collection up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the button, subscribe, and all that kind of good junk, and say hello so I can say hello back, and we will see you next time. Bye.